feel like Diamond Alexis. Period. Because that's who you are. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So in this video, I'm gonna be using all MAC products to show you how you can achieve this soft glam with a sexy red lip. So first with skin prep, I'm gonna be using Noxzema face pads to get that oil and debris off that wasn't taken off in my skincare routine. So I'm taking a primer, Mattifine. It's a matte primer and it's from MAC. And that is basically going to be my T-zone areas. For my brow pomade, it's going to be the shade Dip Down for my brows. And I'm just making they're not going to be too big or too small. It's just right, like right where my brow is, if that makes sense. What I want it to look like, not too much, y'all. My brows are kind of uneven naturally. For concealer, I'm using the shades NC55 and NC45 in this concealer correcting palette. And I'm also using a MAC brush too, and I actually like that brush. So if you see that brush in MAC, make sure you grab it because it's really good. It's like pointed and angled at the same time. It's weird, but it's a good brush. But y'all, look at that brow. Yes, baby. Yes. I did it on the top and the bottom. I like to carve my brows out on the top and the bottom and kind of bring it down a little bit. But yeah, look, blend. Like, y'all, one thing about matte concealer, it's always going to give. So to prep my eyes for the eyeshadow, I'm using the Painterly Paint Pot in the shade Painterly Paint Pot. Really, I'm using the yes, eyeshadow base is in the shade Painterly, but it's a paint pot. Okay, so I basically put this all over my lid just like I would do like P. Louise eyeshadow base or whatever. This is actually good for getting creases out the way and also good for bringing out pigment. So it's good for eyeshadow base and color correcting as well. Love these paint pots. So next for eyeshadow, I'm using the shade Brown Script. It's going to give you that nice rich, like burnt type of brown orange type of shade, like a reddish tone brown, and it's so cute. Like, y'all, this is one of my go-tos for that beautiful soft glam brown eye. Like, I feel like this is the type of brown that is so popular and used for soft glam. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yes, this is the one. Or they use like a deeper buttery chocolate one, but yeah. So next for foundation, I had two shades, NC45 and NC55. NC45 is the lighter shade and NC55 is the deeper shade, but both of those are my shade. One can be a summer shade and one can be a winter shade, but I can still get away with both of them. So make sure you shake them up well. As you can see, the deeper shade NC55 and the lighter shade NC45 both kind of, go in well with my skin versus my face and my hand. So that's NC45 swiped, and this is NC55's swipe. And see, pretty good. And when they blend out, they look just about the same, just with different undertones. But I ended up mixing them both. Still was very satisfied. Do what's best for you. So I blended it out with the Real Techniques brush. I have a video on how to use Real Technique brushes for blending out your makeup on my channel. Make sure you tune in, and I'll link that in the description box as well. So for my concealer, I'm using the shades NC48 for a lighter shade, NW55 for my contour, and NW32. Well, no, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. NW32 is the lighter shade that's going in my crease right now. NC48 is the next shade that's going next to it, but I'm bringing that out to the corner of my eye. And NW55 is going to be my contour concealer type of deal. I put this under my eyes, on the front of my forehead, and carve out the front of my brows, and then I drag it down my nose and as well a little bit on my chin. But when it's on my chin, y'all, I immediately blend it out on the chin because I do not like how it looks on my chin if it's too much on there. So that's nice for me. That's very nice and subtle. See that? Cute. This is that NW55, and it looks like it's like literally legit 2, maybe 3 shades deeper than my skin tone actually. But when it blends out, it gives a beautiful blend. Like, it's not too harsh, and that's what I love. I don't want it harsh. I want it to look just like that. Nice, subtle, skin like, beautiful. I love the way MAC products blend. They're just amazing to me. Y'all know I had to bring the fan out to dry my concealer, right? I use my favorite Real Techniques brush to blend out the concealer. That brush is amazing. I'm pretty sure you've seen it everywhere, but that is the best brush, hands down, for creams, powders, whatever you need. It is the best. I go ahead and I make the 2 different shades seamless with one brush. You can use the foundation brush, which is what I'm using right now, or you can use the contour brush, which is what I used before, the pink angled one. For setting powder, these are not MAC products, okay? So this is Huda Beauty and Midnight. Huda Beauty is in the shade Banana Bread. Midnight is the translucent colorless one. That is what I'm using right now as well. It looks white, but it's colorless and it just sets you down. I absolutely love that. The Banana Bread gives you like a yellow type of a subtle yellow like highlight. It adds like a little bit more, brightness under your eye. I like that. Very subtle, very soft, very fine, good textured powders in my opinion. um Next, I'm going to go ahead and contour my nose, and I'm using the same MAC concealer NW55. And I don't use a lot of this, just a little bit. And I go ahead and carve my nose out, blend it out with a brush. And yeah, take your time when you're doing your nose contour because this is the middle of your face. You don't want to be too harsh, have too deep of a contour color as well. You want to just, like how this is seamless, you want it to be seamless. So I do have MAC powders, but they are powder plus foundation. So I want it more so colorless or lightly subtle colored powder when I set my concealer initially, but I will go in and reinforce with more like, I guess, protection or more setting with the MAC powders, as you can see, because they have more pigment. Oh, somebody! Oh, y'all. So that NW55 is very pigmented. Like, oh my goodness! Like, this is what I meant. Like, it gives you extra like protection, extra, reinforcement and setting and pigmentation, but a little goes a long way. I would use these powders for photo shoot makeup to definitely give you that coverage, baby, that full coverage. You can see, like, on that side, that cheek is so cut and chiseled. That was not what I was trying to do. That was not my intention, but I did end up fixing it, and that's all that matters. So yeah, moving on to setting spray, I'm using the MAC setting spray in the shade Gold Light. I said I was not going to shake it up because when you shake that setting spray up, those shimmers and glitters, they can get really like glittery. So for blush, I'm using the Juvia's Place The Warriors 2 palette, and I'm using just the pink shade because y'all know I love the pink and orange shade, but just the pink one this time. Next, I'm using this pigment in the shade Melon from MAC, and I'm going to use it as my highlight. It's not going to be an eyeshadow today. For lip liner, it's MAC in the shade Chestnut. Lining my lips brown to get ready for this beautiful Sexy Elegant Red Lip. Y'all, I love red lips. Like, they bring out the white in your teeth. They're so seductive, so classy. Like, I had to put this shade on, like Double Net from MAC, or you can also use Ruby Woo. But my Ruby Woo, y'all, it was time to let it go. So I just, did the little step down and did Double Net. I hope I'm saying it right. But yeah, it still came out so beautiful. And then I went back in with the chestnut pencil just to reinforce more of that brown liner. And I also used a eyeshadow brush to kind of blend it out too. But that clip won't be in here. But just to kind of help you mesh those colors together, try using an eyeshadow brush. And this is the finalized look for my lashes. The lashes are Lush Trap Cosmetic lashes in the style Lust. So yeah, thank y'all for watching this video. Let me know if you'll try this look out. Let me know if you have any of the MAC products that I listed, and I will see you in the next video. And as always, thank you so much for tuning in and watching my videos. Bye.